Welcome back, beloved family. Thank you for passing by to click on this channel. I appreciate each and every one of you as you always click on my channel. I do not take you for granted, but guys, I bring you amazing, shocking update that I want you guys to take out time to listen about the Prime Minister of Jamaica, that he has come to his realization and apologized to Captain Ibrahim Traoré. I know a lot of you might not know the story behind this, but let me give you a breakdown before you take a look of the video. Remember when Captain Ibrahim Traoré took over office September 2022, there was a lot of criticism, a lot of critics, sanction, bully from left and right. It was not actually easy for Captain Ibrahim Traoré. A lot of assassination attempt, but God has helped him so far that after then Ibrahim Traoré has bring a really revolution in Africa, that a lot of those ECOWAS presidents and African leaders who criticize him, who bully him, who talk down on him, now their eyes has begun to open and see that Captain Ibrahim Traoré has been an eye open, that now a lot of African leaders has started benefiting from their natural resources, not like before. Who did it? Captain Ibrahim Traoré. But there is a thing I want you guys to watch this video. Then when we come back, we'll add our own contribution. Take a look and enjoy, and do well to like, share, and subscribe. Take a look.
Historic moment. Representatives of the African Union, members of the Parliament, and the people of Jamaica. Representatives of the African Union, members of the Parliament, and the people of Jamaica watching this historic moment. I stand before you today not merely as the Prime Minister of Jamaica, but as a man humbled by the weight of history and by the responsibility of acknowledging a truth that has lingered for far too long in silence. Today is not a day for politics. It is not a day for rehearsed lines, carefully crafted press statements, or diplomatic posturing. Today is a day for courage, a day for reflection, a day for an apology that carries not just words, but substance, an apology valued not only in the currency of dollars, but in the currency of justice, dignity, and humanity. For years, the world has watched as the people of Burkina Faso have struggled against the weight of external pressures, unfair geopolitical manipulations, and centuries-old structures designed to keep nations like yours small. For too long, many of us, directly or indirectly, stood on the sidelines, complicit in silence, benefiting from the imbalance of power that stripped Africa of her voice, her resources, and her dignity. And for that, I say, as the Prime Minister of Jamaica, we were wrong, profoundly wrong. This apology is not performative. It is not symbolic. It is backed by action. Jamaica, for the first time in its modern history, is making a $600 million reparative commitment to the government and people of Burkina Faso. A gesture not born out of pity, but out of moral clarity, historical accountability, and the understanding that reconciliation without restoration is an empty word. This is why I stand here today before the world to deliver a formal, unequivocal apology to President Ibrahim Traoré and the people of Burkina Faso. Your nation, under your leadership, President Traoré, has become a symbol of courage in an age where silence often masquerades as diplomacy. You have chosen to walk the hard road, the road of sovereignty, dignity, and self-reliance, a road that many warned would be lonely and unforgiving. But instead, what we have seen is the emergence of a nation unwilling to be dictated to, unwilling to be carved into someone else's geopolitical chessboard. And for that, you have earned not only the respect of your people, but of millions across the globe who watch in quiet admiration. I speak to you as the head of a small Caribbean nation, one that has its own history of oppression, exploitation, and colonial entanglement. Our people, like yours, were made to believe for generations that our destinies could only be written by foreign hands. We were told to be grateful for crumbs while our labor, our lands, and our future enriched others. We were told to be silent, but silence does not heal wounds, it only buries them deeper. And buried wounds, as history has shown us, do not disappear. They fester, they rot, and eventually they force their way to the surface. The story of Burkina Faso is not far from the story of Jamaica. Two nations that stood on the periphery of global power, two peoples who inherited chains they did not forge. But there comes a time when history demands accountability, not from those who inflicted the wound alone, but also from those who stood by and watched. There comes a time when moral responsibility must outweigh political convenience.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard from the Jamaica Prime Minister. Every bit of his speech is very clear and loud. If you wanted to use it to write a couple of books, there is a content and details of what he says. It is not just for him, but this is to announce to others, African leaders across the globe, whether you like it or not. Okay, what Ibrahim Traoré is doing, it is an eye-opening to every African youth and to the upcoming generation. History will never forget this kind of a man who stood firm despite the external and internal pressure. He stood firm for the love of the people of Burkina Faso and Africa. Why did I say in Africa as a whole? Because he preached about Pan-Africa unity, for Africa to unite. So guys, I don't know what to think. Did you think that Captain Ibrahim Traoré was sent from above to come to the time like this, to be able to unite Africa and to bring revolution to Africa? Because at this point in time, a lot of African leaders who will not speak out is benefiting. Before, they would just come to take your natural resources. You cannot discuss win-win business. I think by what Captain Ibrahim Traoré is doing, any foreigners or the Western that came, they are going to bargain win-win. Let this thing benefit my citizen, and it also benefit you guys, not only you guys alone. So Captain Ibrahim Traoré has done amazing work. We really need to back him up in every ratification, in prayer, in support to do more, because I believe it is not by his own power, was sent to do this great amazing work. So guys, what do you think? Do well to drop your own opinion and do well to encourage me, like, share and subscribe. God bless you.